Hey guys, this is Theta Soul Dr. Ava Nicole, and I've been wanting to do this video for a while. However, I haven't had the time with work and a business, but now since we are on quarantine, I get to catch up on things that I haven't been able to do. And by the way, I hope you guys are doing well. It is a really crazy time that we're all going through. And the end of this, I do feel very strongly that humanity is going to be changed in a positive way. But before we get there, it's just going to be a lot of vibrating out a bunch of stuff and a massive awakening. And which is also why I'm doing this video, because a lot of people are getting into tarot right now. It's become mainstream, but it's supposed to during the age of Aquarius. And so I just wanted to talk about the way to invoke, B, how all tarot cards come with an entity attachment through the person, because we all work with spirits. We all have spirit guides during different times for different reasons that help you with different things. And they can come in and out depending on what you're working on. And so I wanted to show you guys. I actually did 3 tarot decks. I'm using 3 tarot decks, and I pulled 4 cards. I really love this tarot spread for when I want to ask the outcome of a situation, and I pull 4 cards. So I have 4 cards with 3 decks, same question, plus the shadow card. And so I'm gonna flip this around to show you, but first I'm gonna talk about the entity attachments. So every deck has an entity attachment, and some are negative, some are positive, they all have their own little personality. And so I've actually had tarot decks that didn't vibe with me after a while. They were always a little bit mischievous, or they weren't truthful, they weren't accurate, or it would almost tell me the opposite of the truth just to kind of like mess with me. And no matter what, every time I do tarot, I always pray to Creator. You can pray to Universe, God, Allah, Jehovah, whoever you pray to. There's only one energy of creation. And so I call upon Creator of all that is to surround me with your love and healing white light. And I do everything as a theta healer. I already do everything from the 7th plane. So I clear, cleanse, and release all energies, entities that are not from love and light, that they be sent up to God's white light. And then, however, they are like married to the entity. Like sometimes you can absolutely clear things and reprogram them, but some things just come with the entity. Like it's like a marriage, it's attached, that they can't be one without the other. And so these tarot cards, you can see definitely the different energy with them. I have had cards that, like, for example, I had the Illuminati Tarot for a while, and I love the colors of them. They're really beautiful, and I used them for quite a while, and then they just started to get weird. Like, things weren't truthful. It was in the beginning of my awakening years back. I used to play with tarot when I was probably about since like 13 and 12 or 13. My mom would always find them and throw them away because I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and it was like demonic. And now, that I have fully embraced like my spirituality and on a spiritual awakening, I am not religious, but I am very spiritual and connected to God at all times. And so let me show this around. And the question that I asked is my family going to be okay after the coronavirus? And I'll flip these around so you can see the energy. So also, if you guys are finding that your tarot cards are getting a little bit weird, or they're not accurate, or there's different things, you can, on Amazon, I bought all of these on Amazon at different times. The Gilded Tarot I've had for years. I love them. I've been using them for years. The Steampunk Tarot, I think I've only had for 2 years. And then these Rider-Waite ones, they're a mandala edition of the Rider-Waite ones I've had for, I think they're actually my newer deck, and I've probably had them for about like 6 to 9 months. So I'm going to flip these around for you right now. So here we can see the energy of all of them. And the cool thing is that the Rider-Waite ones and both got the 2 of Cups, Lovers, 2 of Cups, the Empress, Ace of Pentacles, and the shadow cards are all very similar. Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. Now, I find it interesting that I feel like the energy of these ones and the energy of these ones right now are very much more similar. But they all do show a good ending, and they all do show like partnerships, like not doing this alone. They all do show, like in the beginning right now, like the Shadow card, like there is struggle, there is fear, there is, you know, stress, there is all of that stuff. But overall, they all pretty much have a similar story going on. I feel like these are the Steampunk Tarot cards. These ones definitely feel a lot more similar to me, because this one has the Lovers and the Two of Cups. This one has the Two of Cups and then the King of Cups. And, but yeah, so it's really cool to kind of be able to see. So if your tarot cards, any of them start acting kind of funny, you can clear them and cleanse them. There's many ways to do so. If you're into tarot, obviously you already know, but it's also very important. Another thing is that you can put them back in the orders that they came from, and it's really good to do that sometimes. This is the Gilded Tarot. Oh, did I already say that? I might have already said that. I just want to make sure that you guys can see, just in case you like them, you can order them, and I'll put the link to Amazon in my bio. Point is that sometimes there's decks that just don't vibe with you. It's not necessarily that they always have like a negative entity attachment, but like my spirit guides and my angels and somebody else's, we just might not be an energetic match with each other. And then there are some tarot decks that could have a negative entity, depending on the person who created them and the energies that they're working with to channel them, because we're all channeling things. And also, that's why it's very cautious. Also, the spiritual work that you get, any Reiki and things like that you get with other people, as well as psychics and readers and mediums, when you open up that energy, make sure that at the end you, and there's some really good on YouTube cord cutting YouTube videos with like Archangel Michael. You can call upon Archangel Michael to cut all the cords around you, and always do that after readings, because there's a lot of psychics that before I was a healer, that I would know that I would go to, they would leave like psychic hooks in me. And so now, after, no matter what, there's very few people that I will go or open my energy up with. But even still with them, I ask Creator of all that is to clear, cleanse, remove, release all psychic cords, energy hooks, like psychic hooks, any of that stuff. And it's really important, because psychic hygiene is everything. You really can get spiritual cooties. And so I just thought this would be a fun video to let you guys know, since a lot of people are into tarot and wanting to learn how to read it, but you have to learn the right ways to invoke and the energies in which you're working with. If the energy of the decks look kind of darker or whatnot, just always ask yourself, is this love or light? You can also hold a deck and do kinesiology and muscle testing, where if you are facing north and you're hydrated and you make a statement, your body will lean forward for true or false. So if you're holding onto a tarot deck, you can say beneficial, or it serves my highest good, and then lean forward and back. You can also put a pendulum over it and see if this tarot deck vibes with you. And you can also put it, like, sometimes if you've been doing readings on other people, it can hold the energy of someone, and so you'll have to cleanse that out. You can put them back in exactly the order in which they come, which is the higher arcana, all in the order from the Fool down to the World, and then put all of the, the cups, the wands, all in their order, and put them back together. Sage, Palo Santo, clear them. Whatever you have to do and however you clear them, it's like super important. But anyways, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you for watching, and I hope that you guys are all safe and use this time to find inner creativity within yourself and ask yourself what strengths, because you know what, the best bursts of music, bursts of anything creatively, business, things like that, it all comes from pain. So out of, like birthing pains come like usually the biggest, amazing gift for all of us. And it might hurt during the process, but the outcome is usually something super beautiful. And so just focus on that. Love you guys.